I've heard some absolutely massive rumours in terms of Warhammer 40,000 and upcoming video games. And as excited as I was hearing all this at the time and thinking, oh my God, this could be absolutely massive. This could be the thing that we all want. If you flip that coin on the other side, it's kind of some sad news to go along with it. And it's kind of taken out the buzz, the hype for me a little bit. If you're always wondering what the hell I'm talking about, let's just jump in and let's get waffling about it all. So I'm just going to jump in the deep end and say, through the whispers of the warp, I've heard that there's going to be a brand new big Warhammer 40,000 game, and it's being made by Creative Assembler, and that game is Total War Warhammer 40,000. Apparently, it's been in production for just over a year. In terms of what they've made, I have literally no idea. It could be art, it could be the base model of the game, it could be maps and stuff. Absolutely no idea on that front. Now, we have spoken about a Total War Warhammer 40,000 rumour before, and this was, I think it was about a year and a half ago back, when there was a rumour that a contract was signed between Games Workshop and Creative Assembler, and now the timelines do kind of match up with that if it's been being made for just over a year, as I've mentioned. Now, we'll talk about the game more in just a second, but I just want to bring you like the other side of that coin and why I'm actually making this video today and why I actually believe that this rumor is true. Because I always say, just because I believe a rumor doesn't mean that you believe a rumor. Because I heard sometime last week that there was going to be some type of crisis meeting at Creative Assembler where they were going to talk about dropping some certain games. And today, from what we've seen over on social media feeds, that has actually happened. So the source of information that has been saying this stuff seems to be correct. So that's why I'm saying, like, the Total War information coming from this same source is the same source that's happened today with certain games being dropped. I think it was called Hyena, if I'm not mistaken, the game that was dropped by Creative Assembler. I don't really focus that much on Creative Assembler because I don't really follow Warhammer Fantasy that much. I am, of course, a 40k sci-fi person, so that's where I direct myself to the news. That's why Space Marine 2 has been such a big thing on this channel. But to get to the main point of the sad news is that this rumor is now lingering with job cuts. There's people that are going to be losing their job at Creative Assembler. So as much as I'm hyped about, oh my God, a Total War 40k game is actually happening, I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, but it's costing maybe people their jobs, and but the game is probably not costing people their jobs, but there's jobs going in that industry, which it leaves a horrible taste in your mouth, because what's going on in the world today and the economy and stuff, the last thing I want is someone to be out of a bloody job. It's just an awful thing to go through. And of course, adding to that, there's been a lot of controversy around Total War products going forward with some of the DLC issues. Again, I'm not really involved in that. From what I've heard, it's like paying more for less, and a lot of people not happy with it. And this is maybe added to some of the failures at Creative Assembler, which has caused some of these issues and stuff like that. There's channels out there that cover Creative Assembly a lot more and know a lot more about this than me. The Book of Grudges is one of them. I suggest go and check him out over on YouTube. He's got like the full lowdown of what's really going on behind the scenes at Creative Assembler. Now, about the actual game itself, Total War Warhammer 40,000, I am hearing that it is a 40k product. It's not a Horus Heresy product. There were some rumors ages ago that it could be Total War Horus Heresy. Apparently it's not that. It is set in 40k, so Space Marines, Eldar, Orcs, Gene Stealers, Necrons, Chaos Space Marines, Demons, Tau, all those races are probably going to be involved at some point. How is it going to play? Absolutely no idea. How are they going to design it? Absolutely no idea. Is the map system going to be like something out of Battlefleet Gothic 2? Maybe, where you can go around to different star systems and conquer those star systems. How is it going to be like when you come to like a world? Is it going to be something like Dawn of War? Is it Soulstorm that had the actual map and you can fight different factions to take over the worlds and stuff? Again, no idea. Your guess at this point is as good as mine. The only thing I probably will say that's guaranteed is that it's probably going to be set during the current edition lore, so maybe 10th or maybe 11th edition, because of course this game is not going to be coming out next week, next year, probably the year after that. It's probably going to be coming out closer to the launch of 11th edition, so whatever the big lore event in that it's probably going to be the focus of this game. It's probably not going to be the Tyranids, but then again, I'm just dealing in probabilities here and my own personal opinion. I'd love to get your thoughts on that and like what really could they do with the storyline and how they could map it out and actually put it into a Total War game. Now, I know a lot of us have been wanting a decent RTS game for Warhammer 40,000 for a long, long time. The last one we technically had, and this is an RTS, real-time strategy, was Dawn of War 3. We've had a lot of turn-based games since then, which have been good, but a lot of us just want to jump in and do that RTS Warhammer 40,000, and I'm afraid Dawn of War 3 didn't hit the mark for the majority of us. The last real game we got was like Dawn of War Retribution, Dawn of War 2 Retribution back in the day. And this leads me to the next point now, that not only am I hearing about the potential of Total War Warhammer 40,000, I'm also hearing whispers at this point, and these are very, very faded whispers, so please take this with heapious amounts of salt, that there may be a brand new Dawn of War game coming out as well. Now, I don't know what that's like. Is it going to be like Dawn of War 3? Are they going back to Dawn of War 2? I've stated so many times, if they really wanted to make a great game, all they had to do is go back to Dawn of War 1 and do a remaster. You know, update the resolution on monitors, give it like a brand new fancy HD UI system, keep the sound, keep the music, keep the voice actors. All that was perfect. You know, give us just better, higher quality models and better resolution maps and stuff like that, and let us revisit that game in a new graphical era system. I think that would sell fantastically well to a lot of people, because Dawn of War was one of the pinnacles that brought a lot of people into this hobby. Like, there's so many people out there that got into it just because of the Dawn of War series, and they all became like Bloodraven fans and stuff like that. But I'm getting off subject. I really want to talk about like the Total War Warhammer 40,000. That is a mouthful, and the potential of that now actually moving forward at Creative Assembler, linking, like I said, with the rumors at the start, with all the stuff that's been going on today. I'm excited, but it's a sad excitement. I don't want to start throwing a party and anything like that. And just because, again, I believe it doesn't mean that you should believe it. I definitely think this is going to be going forward at Creative Assembler, and it will happen in years to come. But yeah, it is kind of a sad day as well, because a lot of people are probably going to lose their job on projects that have now been cancelled by Creative Assembler. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below, and we can have a nice little chat down there as we always do. See ya. Have a great day, and bye-bye.